Hello and good morning, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium, once again. I hope you're all well. It seems to me that a lot of people are waiting for someone to make us happy, and I've heard a lot of it lately. If I just get this, if this person just does that, if my company promotes me, or if I get this extra payment from the government, if 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 other people do things, I'll be happy. And it's kind of time to stop doing that. If you need to be happy, if you're not happy, it can't come from other people. It can't. Then you're putting your life in their hands. That you're only going to be happy when they do things that please you. You can't count on other people for happiness. It doesn't work that way. One must be happy within oneself. I know I've done this myself. If I can just get through school, if I can just get a job, if I can just get my car running again, if I can, there's always something. And you realize that everything is on me. My car will run when I get a set of wrenches and run out there and take the carburetor off, put another one on. Of course, it's a long time ago. They haven't had carburetors forever. I'll give an example of something that just happened recently. We have gutters that are full of leaves. Why? Because the men paid to maintain them don't. They don't want to get on a ladder out there any more than I do. So the gutters fill up with leaves and the water backs up. The water backs up and it goes off on this end on the upper floor and on this end on the bottom floor. So it comes off right here. There's a deluge of water once the thing's filled up. Hits the roof, goes down the roof. You can watch it. It's in a river. Hits the next set of gutters, and of course it's full. So it goes right out past the little rail. We have a little railing downstairs on the porch, and hits behind a series of bushes there, and just chews the dirt up. Eventually, the dirt flows out of the hole because the water becomes greater than what it can hold, and the dirt's gone. There's no dirt there. So after a rain, it fills up in a puddle. This is a long story, isn't it? I like long stories. So I've got this standing puddle of water, which creates mosquitoes. Not yet, but in a couple of weeks, we'll be having mosquitoes there swarming right where we like to sit. What do? So I talked to my wife, said, okay, let's go, we'll get some dirt and we'll fill it back in. And about halfway to the car, I thought, no, that's just going to flow out again. And I'm trying to reason with myself over this. They'll clear the gutters out in the next week or two, and the water will flow correctly, and this problem will go away. It'll go away till next time when the leaves begin to fall and the gutters fill up and they don't clean them and the mud turns to mud and washes away. It's not only that it does that, it hits that puddle of water and it splashes it up on the porch. So now we've got water up to the door. There's a post there that's rotting because there's always water. We're saying, oh, they'll fix it before long. No, they won't. Not unless I call. And if I call 2 years from now, how do I know that? Oh, because Steve, my next door neighbor, and all these people are real. I'm not making any of these names up. The person with the dog and all the stuff, I'm not making any of that up. These people are real in the neighborhood. He has 2 posts that the bottoms have rotted off of them. Support posts. Because they failed to redirect water. That's not what they do. They're lawn mowers and they trim a hedge every now and then. Told to clean the gutters once a year. So what do? I go to Home Depot. I pick up bags of rock. Yesterday, we dump them in there, level it out. It rains, can't wash the rocks out. Water, and I dug a little trench in there. The water flows right out, solving the missing dirt, erosion, uh, exposing roots of plants problem. And I have no doubt in a couple of weeks he'll come along and clean them out. But I'm not waiting for that to happen, because they do that in their time. Meanwhile, I have water on my porch. I have a post rotting. I have dirt eroding out to wherever dirt goes, down to the street and in the gutters, the drainage, which fills that up, and eventually that doesn't work. So you have to decide: are you waiting for somebody to do something, or are you being proactive and just saying, screw it, I don't care if they fix it or not. The problem is now. And I was telling my wife, I said, if we fix this gutter, I can get up there and clean gutters. Anybody can do that. I need a ladder. And I said, we already have 3 ladders, and I don't like getting on ladders. Either 3 of these, and I need one of those expandable ladders. And I'm not doing it. They get paid to do it. They'll do it in their own time, which is not my time. So waiting for someone to do something they should to make me happy is a bad idea. If you're waiting for your boss to give you a raise, stop waiting. Go out and get a second job, something you work only a couple afternoons at, make up the extra money. Or find a better employer, or a lot of things. Open your own business. Something interesting is going to happen. I think I've talked about it before, but all these buildings that are going to be empty because all these companies are going out of business because the coronavirus has ruined the economy. Those buildings are now available. They will be before too. Well, they're renting them for the same amount now, but 5 or 6 months when those buildings don't fill up, they're going to be broke and they'll have to rent it for whatever they can. This is a great opportunity for an entrepreneur to go out there. I hate my job. I'm going to go do something I want to do. I'll open a business. Probably the best chance to do it coming up for the next 50 years. You want to wait? Wait on your boss to give you a raise? You want to wait on your wife to love you? And she shows no chance of doing that, but you're waiting. You waiting for your husband to love you? Although he shows no indication of working toward that, because we're all waiting for something to happen. He's waiting for a spark to regenerate his love for you. You're waiting for a spark to regenerate your love with your husband or your wife or whatever. You're waiting. And those who wait eventually, I'm sure, get something. I don't have time for that. I'm to the age I don't wait. And frankly, I don't answer questions when I meet people. They ask me stupid questions. I don't bother to answer them. You got to ask something that's worth answering. You got to be in the conversation. Something has to be important enough for me to have that conversation. Almost any conversation with anybody is interesting to me. But I'm not waiting for it to happen. If my wife doesn't love me, there's somebody who will. If your wife or husband doesn't love you, there's somebody who will. I'm not advocating wholesale millions of people getting divorced, but that's going to happen anyway, as you will see. Households will be broken up. It's interesting thing. A man and a woman who don't love each other, maybe don't even know each other, will move in together to save rent, and they'll fall in love and have a better life than you will. The hard one is waiting for someone you're already married to, already dating, to love you. If you're waiting for that, you're probably wasting your time. If you've been dating a guy for 8 years and he hasn't said, "Will you marry me?" What are you waiting for? Most men, 3 to 6 months, they know they want to marry you. They know they love you. They know they want to move in together. They know they want to have children with you. They know they want to get a little dog and walk up and down the street 9 or 10 times a day. Those who don't are never going to know. But I see that all the time. How many years you been dating him? 14 years. But he says he wants to get married. No, he doesn't. 3 to 6 months. A man knows whether he wants to be with a woman or not. Stop waiting. He's had a peek in the refrigerator. He knows what you're about. She knows what you're about. Stop waiting for people to make you happy. Everything you need to make you happy is in here, but you've got to act on it. Happiness is a state of mind, really. And it's a puzzle that only you can solve. Somebody else cannot solve your puzzle of happiness. Each one's unique. Sometimes I'm happy with a piece of bread with a little butter on it, or the sun shining. I'm healthy. If I'm not healthy, I need to do something about it. I need to exercise to make my body healthier where I can be happy. I'm not waiting for someone to show up and do it for me. Oh, I'm going to hire that trainer. I'm going to join a gym. I'll fix this. I'll be happy. I don't know when, but I'll get around to it. You know me, I always get around to doing things. No, you don't. That's why you're unhealthy. That's why your relationship's gone bad. That's why your relationship never developed, because you're waiting for someone else to make you happy. If this person, if this job, if this house, if this neighborhood, if this climate doesn't make you happy, do something about it. Don't wait. You only have so many spring, summer, winter, falls in life. There's only so many. No matter who you are, you're limited. Don't waste any of them. Time's a wasting. Be happy in yourself. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.